The update has finally arrived. Let's gem it to max and try out some of these new spell changes in today's episode. Welcome, fellow Clashers, to Clash of Clans Attacks, and yes, the first post-update episode. We are going to get in there, gem everything to max, and try out some of these new spells, the Lightning, the Earthquake spell. But first, we get our first look at the brand new level 11 walls, as my base has changed from electric blue to lava pumpkin orange, and I got to admit, it took a little bit of getting used to at the very beginning. It is definitely a harsh change from what it was from so long of being used to looking at those bright blue walls. But I think I'll get used to it. I know there's been some controversy about the coloring of the walls. I do like the way they look personally. I think they fit with Town Hall 10 a little bit better. And honestly, part of my philosophy is there's no chance they're going to be changed back. You guys realize that, so why fight it? Let's just settle in for the long haul and get used to that new orange color. Now, we're going to take a look at an attack here, but notice I have level 6 lightning spells. Now, what I'm going to show here is the fact that they've changed the earthquake spell enough that I don't really see the need for a level 7 lightning spell. Now, I have started out with a terrible attack here. I've dropped my queen and healers in the absolute worst possible spot. I guess I was distracted by that single glowing level 11 wall. That's my excuse. So the air defense works on the healers, so I dropped 2 lightning and an earthquake on the air defense, and it does take it down. Now momentarily, the far left air defense, I'm going to do the same thing. 2 lightning spells followed by an earthquake spell, and what we'll see here is that you don't need level 7 lightning spells to do this combo. Now, is there another application for the level 7 lightning spell? I hope so, because personally, I don't see any real practical use for this new level 7 lightning spell. So you guys are welcome, the community. Let me know what you guys think. If you think otherwise, if somebody has some sort of utility for it. I mean, I realize that 2 lightning spells will now take down an archer tower, but let's be real, there's 7 archer towers in a Town Hall 10, so what is the point? Again, I'm not really sure. I'm looking to you guys for input. Tell me that I'm wrong. I usually am, but it'll be interesting to see if somebody can come up with some sort of use for the level 7 lightning spell. Otherwise, I really don't see the point for that in this most recent update. So we're going to watch the rest of this attack, and you'll notice with 3 of the air defenses down, the lava hounds that went in moved after that last air defense, and now they're going to move on to the other defenses. So this attack strategy, not really a great idea. Without rage spells, without freeze spells to battle those multi-target infernos, I was in big trouble. You saw the balloons go down so quickly once they approached the core. Now luckily, between the queen and the king, they are going to save me and get me to 50%. The balloons on the left hand side and those lava hounds lasting for a long time when there are no air defenses remaining. So I do manage to save the 1 star. Again, a terrible attack, but the purpose of this replay was just to show that 2 level 6 lightning spells and the new change to the earthquake spell will indeed take out an air defense. So of course level 7 will. So it's not necessary to upgrade it for that purpose, but what purpose will it serve remains to be seen. Now let's move on to a ground attack, and this time I'm going to be testing out the new and improved earthquake spells, but not how you would think. So here's a player, he's bought his 25 new walls, upgrading them slowly. We're seeing a lot of people dropping trophies to farm right now, to farm that gold, and gold is difficult to come by right now. But right here, I'm going to use a mass golem attack and the 4 earthquake spells, not to break open that inner wall, but instead to soften up about 25% of this base by doing 25% damage. So I let the golems start out, got the wizards clearing structures, and as I take these earthquake spells, I'm not going to be as precise as I probably should be with them, but I'm going to take them and spread them across this base as I approach the town hall enclosure. So we put the last golem down, the heroes go down, and here come the earthquake spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25% damage to everything from the town hall out. So it just basically softened up every single target. Does it make a considerable difference? It's really hard to tell in this attack. I was left with 1 rage spell, a poison spell, the pair of jump spells to get me into the inside. And it does kind of seem like the units are getting through things more quickly. And then a poison spell, notice where I've placed it, over the defending archer queen, causing that significant slow to her attack rate. It also works works out, grabs a skeleton trap, so that is cool to see. That is definitely going to be helpful, and in the future it'll be interesting to see what type of strategies can be used to try to get that poison spell to not only take out some clan castle, some skeleton traps, but also to slow down those heroes. It can make a big difference when you're fighting to get that town hall out of the way. But the town hall did fall pretty quickly here, as did the second star, so we let the units work their way around the corner a little bit longer. The queen just about to go down, but those mass golem attacks still pretty overpowered, as we will wrap up this raid 67, 68, 69%, and that is it. So a 2-star victory using earthquake spells to soften up those defenses in and near the core. Alright, so let's go back home and go ahead and gem up this update. We've got the 25 new wall pieces, but first, let's go ahead and head over to the laboratory. And despite what I just said about the lightning spell, we will go ahead and gem it to level 7 because, well, it just doesn't look right with all the other glowing icons and that little black one there. So we will make it look uniform. We'll gem the lightning spell to level 7. I hope at some point it does indeed make a difference. We can only wait, and time will tell. See if there's some theory crafters, some attackers out there can figure out a use for the 570 hit points in damage that the new lightning spell will do with that more focused and concentrated pattern of bolts. So you'll notice my base already laid out to adjust to fit these new 25 wall sections. So I'm actually just going to finish these enclosures that I had on the outside. I tried to set it up so exactly 25 would finish this up. So that enclosure, and then this enclosure over here takes about 10 or 11 more pieces, and there we go. And then 4 more spots right over here, and that should do. Okay, all right. So I miscalculated by 1. But we can fix that. We will just adjust these walls. I'll put this one here and move this row over. Okay, not the whole row. Okay, this over here and then this row, and that is going to fix it. So there we go, 275 wall pieces. And is this a winning base design? Somehow I doubt it. I really don't know if 25 is going to make that big of a difference. But any more than 25 just would have been ridiculous as far as the number of walls you would have to farm, or in my case, to gem. Because yes, we're going to go ahead and gem to max, just like I said, finish off all of these walls, spending 8 million gold just to get them up to level 11 from a level 9 or so. But there's one enclosure fixed up, looks nice, and we're going to get this one up as quick as we can. And eventually we have to go to individual upgrades, buying more gold, and that is the reason you guys are going to see a lot of people farming. In fact, as I finish up this episode, I've already had 2 people drop trophies on me, as people are dropping as fast as they can to go down and farm. I'm guessing maybe down in champions, of course even lower. It'll be interesting to see where the sweet spots in farming are, but I have to warn you guys, I would fully expect there to be a huge drought in gold for a while right now, because everybody, at least the higher level players, are going to have all that gold spent on these walls. So farming up really high against Town Hall 10s is going to be difficult. It'll be interesting to see again where the farmers settle and what they do to try to come up with the deficit in gold. But in the meantime here, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of these walls, get them all up to level 11, one at a time. And as we do, that will finally bring us to another completely maxed out base. So once again, everything at max. And it looks like it is going to cost us just about 70,000 gems to gem the update to max. Didn't seem like a big update, but it definitely was with those walls. So thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Subscribe for daily Clash of Clans content, more 3-star clan war strategies coming soon, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with more full attacks. Galadon, what about me? There's nothing for Town Hall 9. Not even a new gym box. That's not right.